Hey everyone, if you're looking to buy a home, investment property, business, or any other sort of real estate, and you want to know what a short sale is, what is the process and who it could potentially benefit, stick around and we're going to discuss. So if you're new to my videos, welcome. My name is John Cummings. I'm with Better Homes and Gardens Cassadon Realty. And my hope for this channel is that I can arm you with the information you need to make the best real estate decision that you can, depending on your situation. And today's topic, I wanted to go over short sales. Now, I thought this is going to be a more relevant topic this year and potentially next year as well. And the reason I believe this is because of, after the last 2 years, we've seen a large run up in home values, home prices. And we're now starting to see, with the market cooling some, that some of the home equity has eroded since then. Now, when I say the market has cooled, I'm not saying the market is crashing. I'm saying it has cooled in relation to the past 2 years, where we've seen massive, run up in prices. Where now, with higher interest rates, a fewer buyer pool, we're starting to see this cool some. And in addition to the cooling of home values, we're also seeing a change in the overall economy. So we're starting to see some layoffs from larger companies. We've already seen higher inflation for the past year and a half. That's eroded a lot of purchasing power for the average individual, and it makes it harder for them to make ends meet. So why is this all relevant in short sales? Because if you're a person that would benefit from a short sale, you're unfortunately in a bad situation. Maybe you've lost your job. Maybe you got injured and can't work. Maybe it's not even you. Maybe you have a family member that is in a desperate situation and needs your help. But one way or the other, you can't keep up with your mortgage payments. Now, if you can't keep up with your mortgage payments, you might just say to yourself, well, why don't you just sell the house? And that's a great point. But as we had just mentioned, the past 2 years, we've seen a large run up in prices, and now the market has cooled some. So if you've bought in the past 2 years, maybe at the height of the market, and now you're in a situation where you can't make your payments, and you go to sell your house, you may find that your home is worth less than what you owe on it and what you paid for it. So what are your options if you can't make these payments? Well, if you start missing your payments, the bank is going to start the foreclosure process, and they're going to try and take that property back. Once they get the property back, they will put it on sheriff's sale, try to auction it off, and if they can't auction it off, they will go and sell it on the open market just as any other real estate. But it doesn't end there if you're the person that got foreclosed upon, because the bank may come back to you to pay any sort of difference in price. So if you purchased your home for $300,000 and the bank sells it for $250,000, they may come back to you and say, you need to foot this $50,000 bill, which is not great. In addition, your credit's getting hit very hard, and it's going to be very difficult to purchase a home in the future. So that's the foreclosure process in a very brief nutshell. So the other option is a short sale. So this is where the bank is actually going to agree to take less than what you owe on your home. And with this, they're going to release any sort of deficiency that they get for the home. And this needs to be explicitly stated in writing from the bank. So what does that mean? When they say they're going to release you from any sort of deficiency, that means if you get approved for the short sale, you go through the process, everything closes, you are going to owe nothing at closing. Zero. No realtor commissions, no appraisal fees, nothing at all. In fact, you may actually get compensated for relocation expenses, and that largely depends on the type of loan that you're working with and the bank that you're working with as well. But the most important thing to get out of that is that if the short sale process goes through and you get to closing, you are going to owe nothing at closing. You will be released from the property and you don't have to worry about it anymore. And in addition, short sales typically affect your credit less than a foreclosure. Now, your credit's going to get hit either way. That's just a simple fact. However, if you get through a short sale process versus a foreclosure, it's going to be hit less, and you're going to typically have a quicker turnaround for if you do want to purchase a home in the future, where your credit will be able to build back up versus a foreclosure. So, a question you might have is, why would a bank do this? Why would they accept less for the property? And there's a couple of reasons for that. And the first and probably the most important is banks do not like to own real estate. They hate owning properties. When it's on their books, it shows up as bad debt on their books. And if you own any sort of business, the first thing that you're going to want to get rid of as a business owner is your bad debt. And that's basically what the banks are trying to do. It saves the bank time and money. If the foreclosure process is long, typically nobody's happy with it, and there's a lot involved, and the property actually may depreciate in value the longer it takes to foreclose on a property, and they may actually get much less at auction than they would for a short sale. And one of the reasons for that is that a short sale is dependent on an appraisal. So if you go through a short sale process, you're going to find out that an appraisal is going to be a key component to what the bank is going to be willing to accept for that short sale. But the third thing is that it makes the banks look good too, as well. If they negotiate with the homeowner instead of foreclosing on them, it's going to make the bank look good. And appearances do matter, no matter what they say. And that's another good reason for them to work with you. So this all sounds great. Why wouldn't everybody just do a short sale process? Why does anybody get foreclosed on? Well, the process is long. It is a hassle, and it requires an agent that knows what they're doing, and it requires you as the seller to be an active participant in getting the short sale done. There's a lot of paperwork that needs to be done. There's timelines that need to be met. And again, you're going to need someone that knows what they're doing. And don't let anybody fool you. You do 100% need an agent for a short sale to go through. So no matter what any investor, wholesaler, or family member tells you, you need a listing agent in order for that short sale to go through. So you're going to want to work with an agent who knows about the short sale process, who knows what to do, and can give you a step-by-step guide to what needs to be done. And if you're in the unfortunate situation where you're thinking maybe a short sale is right for me, feel free to reach out, leave comments. I'd be happy to discuss any sort of options. And if you're an investor, a wholesaler, or an agent that just wants to learn more about the short sale process, I'm going to leave a link to Universal Short Sales in the description below, and this is one of the top short sale companies in the U.S. They do short sales all over the U.S. They've been doing it for years. I personally know the owner. He's a good guy. He's a straight shooter, and he's an expert in the field. So if you have questions or if you want to learn more, I would definitely encourage you to reach out to him. He's a wealth of knowledge in this area. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And, if you like the content, feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.